The background of the relationship between Tiger Woods and Kristen Smith, and how they broke up in 2017. Tiger Woods, one of the most famous and successful golfers of all time, has had a turbulent personal life that has often made headlines. In this video, we will focus on his relationship with Kristen Smith, a personal stylist and ex-wife of Dallas Cowboys player Gerald Sensabaugh. Woods and Smith started dating in 2015, after Woods' divorce from his first wife Ellen Nordegren and his split from Olympic skier Lindsey Vonn. Smith was a Dallas-based stylist who worked with celebrities and athletes. She also had 2 children from her previous marriage. The couple kept their relationship low-key and rarely appeared in public together. However, they were spotted vacationing together in the Bahamas in July 2017, enjoying some snorkeling and boating on Woods' private yacht. Smith also supported Woods at some of his golf tournaments, such as the 2017 Farmers Insurance Open. However, their romance did not last long. According to several reports, Smith broke up with Woods in August 2017, after she suspected that he had been unfaithful to her. She allegedly found evidence of his cheating on his phone while he was asleep. Woods reportedly paid Smith to sign a non-disclosure agreement, NDA, after their breakup, to avoid another public cheating scandal like the one that ended his marriage to Nordegren in 2010. The NDA prevented Smith from talking about their relationship or revealing any details about Woods' personal life. However, in April 2018, it was reported that Smith was in arbitration with Woods over the NDA. She wanted to have it invalidated, claiming that it was not enforceable and that she had the right to speak her truth. Woods, on the other hand, wanted to keep the NDA intact and threatened to release embarrassing photos of Smith if she did not honor it. The legal battle between Woods and Smith was still ongoing as of May 2023. It is unclear what motivated Smith to challenge the NDA or what she hoped to gain from it. Some speculated that she wanted to cash in on Woods' fame and fortune, while others suggested that she wanted to expose his secrets and flaws. Whatever the case may be, it is clear that Woods and Smith had a complicated and contentious relationship that ended badly. Their story is another example of how Tiger Woods' romantic life with ex-girlfriends and mistresses has been anything but smooth. The details of the non-disclosure agreement, NDA, that Smith signed with Woods, and how it prevented her from talking about their relationship or his personal life. Smith was one of the many women who had a romantic relationship with Woods while he was married to Ellen Nordegren. In 2009, after Woods' infidelity scandal became public, Smith signed an NDA with Woods that reportedly paid her $40 million to keep quiet about their affair and anything else she knew about his personal life. The NDA also required her to arbitrate any disputes with Woods in private, rather than going to court. Smith claimed that she signed the NDA under duress, because Woods threatened to fire her from her job as a manager at one of his restaurants if she did not agree. She also claimed that the NDA was invalid and unenforceable because it violated a federal law that prohibits arbitration agreements in cases of sexual harassment or assault. Smith alleged that Woods sexually harassed her by pursuing a relationship with her while she was his employee, and that he also assaulted her by forcing her to have sex with him and other women. However, a Florida judge ruled against Smith in 2023, saying that she failed to provide any factual evidence for her claims of sexual harassment or assault. The judge upheld the validity and enforceability of the NDA and the arbitration clause, and ordered Smith to resolve her complaints against Woods through arbitration. The judge also dismissed Smith's lawsuit against Woods for breach of contract, fraud, and emotional distress, which sought $40 million in damages and a release from the NDA. By signing the NDA, Smith effectively gave up her right to speak publicly about her relationship with Woods or his personal life. She also agreed to abide by the terms of the agreement, which included a confidentiality clause, a non-disparagement clause, and a liquidated damages clause. The confidentiality clause prohibited Smith from disclosing any information about Woods' personal or professional affairs, including his sexual activities, his health, his finances, his family, his friends, and his business dealings. The non-disparagement clause prohibited Smith from making any negative or derogatory statements about Woods or his reputation. The liquidated damages clause stipulated that Smith would have to pay Woods $10 million for each breach of the agreement. The NDA effectively silenced Smith and prevented her from telling her side of the story or exposing any secrets about Woods. It also protected Woods from any legal action or public scrutiny that could damage his image or career. The NDA was one of the many tools that Woods used to control his ex-girlfriends and keep them from speaking out against him. The lawsuit that Smith filed against Woods in 2018, claiming that he breached the NDA by threatening to expose her to the public and ruin her reputation. Smith and Woods had a romantic relationship that started in 2017, when Smith was working as a manager at Woods' restaurant, The Woods, in Jupiter, Florida. According to Smith, Woods pursued her sexually while she was his employee and then forced her to sign a non-disclosure agreement, NDA, that prevented her from talking about their relationship or anything related to Woods' personal or professional life. Smith claimed that Woods threatened to fire her if she did not sign the NDA. Smith resigned from her job in 2020 and broke up with Woods in October 2023. She said that Woods arranged to kick her out of his house, where she had been living with him, in violation of an oral tenancy agreement she said she had with him. She sued the trust that Woods established for the house, seeking more than $30 million in damages. Woods responded by trying to move the dispute to private arbitration, as per the terms of the NDA. He argued that Smith had no valid claim against him or his trust and that she had voluntarily signed the NDA. He also denied any allegations of sexual harassment or misconduct. Smith challenged the validity of the NDA in court, saying that it was invalid and unenforceable because it involved sexual harassment and sexual assault. She cited a new federal law that was passed in 2022, which stated that NDAs and arbitration agreements do not apply in cases of sexual harassment or assault. She also said that she did not recall signing the NDA and that Woods had coerced her into doing so. However, a Florida judge ruled in favor of Woods on May 18, 2023, saying that Smith had not provided any factual evidence to support her claims of sexual harassment or assault. The judge also said that Smith had not denied that her signature was on the NDA and that the NDA clearly required arbitration for any disputes between her and Woods. The judge ordered the parties to submit their case to arbitration and close the case in court. Smith's lawsuit against Woods was a high-profile and messy dispute that involved allegations of sexual harassment, breach of contract, and invasion of privacy. It also raised questions about the use and abuse of NDAs and arbitration agreements in cases of sexual misconduct. However, the judge's ruling effectively ended Smith's attempt to nullify the NDA and expose Woods to the public and ruin his reputation. The lawsuit filed by Erica Herman, the ex-girlfriend of Tiger Woods, has raised some important questions about the validity and enforceability of non-disclosure agreements, NDAs, that celebrities often use to protect their personal and professional lives. Herman claimed that Woods sexually harassed her while she worked for him and then forced her to sign an NDA or be fired from her job. She also sued him for $30 million, alleging that he breached an oral tenancy agreement and locked her out of their shared home in Florida. Herman tried to nullify the NDA by invoking the Speak Out Act, a federal law that was enacted in 2022 to prevent NDAs from silencing victims of sexual abuse. However, a Florida judge rejected her attempt, ruling that she did not provide sufficient evidence of any sexual misconduct by Woods. The judge also upheld the arbitration clause in the NDA, which means that Herman's lawsuit will have to be resolved privately and confidentially, without public scrutiny or media attention. The judge's decision has significant implications for Herman's freedom of speech and privacy rights, as well as for other celebrities and their partners who sign NDAs. On one hand, the decision reinforces the legal power of NDAs to protect the reputation and privacy of celebrities from unwanted exposure or defamation. It also discourages frivolous or false claims of sexual harassment or abuse that could be motivated by revenge or money. On the other hand, the decision could also undermine the rights of victims of genuine sexual misconduct to speak out and seek justice. It could also create a chilling effect on potential whistleblowers or witnesses who might fear legal retaliation or public backlash for breaking their NDAs. The lawsuit also highlights the ethical and moral dilemmas that NDAs pose for both celebrities and their partners. For celebrities, NDAs can be seen as a necessary tool to safeguard their image and career from malicious attacks or scandals. However, they can also be seen as a way to evade accountability or cover up wrongdoing. For their partners, NDAs can be seen as a trade-off between enjoying the perks of dating a celebrity and giving up their own voice and autonomy. However, they can also be seen as a form of coercion or exploitation that deprives them of their dignity and rights. In conclusion, the lawsuit filed by Erica Herman against Tiger Woods has exposed the complex and controversial issues surrounding NDAs in celebrity relationships. The outcome of the lawsuit could have far-reaching consequences for both parties involved, as well as for other celebrities and their partners who sign NDAs. The lawsuit also raises questions about the balance between privacy and transparency, between protection and oppression, and between silence and speech in the context of sexual harassment and abuse.